So you want to learn how to build like the best. Not sure how to go about it. Really, the best way to do it is from online, from YouTube. And I think that's one of the great things what's been happening, or particularly over the past couple of years, but I think 2025, you've seen a real acceleration in it, is everyone, and particularly a lot of these famous business people, are wanting to build an online personal brand. So as someone who is involved in YouTube and watches a lot of it, what have I learned from it? And particularly, who am I watching? Who am I listening to? And how am I learning to build like the best? And what systems am I putting in place from it? So for those who don't know who I am, my name's Niblock. I have a £1.5 million property portfolio, as well as an award-winning e-commerce company. And a lot of what I've learned has either been through mentors who I've actually found online, or I've actually learned from YouTube videos, books and podcasts. So this is me sort of hopefully passing on some of the knowledge I've had and on sort of great information which hopefully you can learn too. So we're going to start off with the very first one. This sort of concept I've come up with is position over chasing. And two really great examples I think of this here are James Smith and Chris Williamson. So those who aren't aware, James Smith originally went from on the floor PT to one of the leading sort of well-known fitness figures in the world. But what he's really looked to develop and teach people is how to actually grow your personal training business as a business. And he's done that through the likes of email marketing, which is his sort of forte. But he's done that through being really authentic. He's called people out. He's maybe been a bit controversial, but he's always been very principled. You know, if he says something, it's really what he means and what he thinks. Sometimes he'll take a bit of a contrarian view, but it's not for contrarian's sakes. It's what's meant. Chris Williamson, everyone probably knows of him now through the Modern Wisdom podcast. And through that podcast, you've seen him be very open, very vulnerable, but also any of the endorsements he takes, sort of like 8 Sleep, AG1, all these here type of companies, he actually talks about all the time about how he uses it, how it's helped him. So these guys here have always positioned themselves as authorities and authentic, rather than maybe chasing trends. So why am I using both Chris Williamson and James Smith? Well, I'm sure everyone's seen this brand anyway. I'm going to talk about Newtonic here. Newtonic is a brand they're both using together, which is sort of really, they've based around productivity and looking to help sort of your brain. It's all based on sort of scientific back nootropics, and people have really bought into this here because of their positioning. These guys have positioned themselves as authentic. They'll only ever do anything if they feel it's really benefiting their community. They've built their reputation on it. And even I think James Smith said in the video, if Newtonic didn't work, the amount of times he's went after people like Joe Wicks and the body coach, they will go in after him. So anything he does, he has to make sure there's 100% behind it. He can stand over it, and then he knows that it works. That's kind of why I really believe positioning over chasing, and the likes of James Smith and Chris Williamson are good for that there. The next one though is systems over motivation. You'll have heard me speak about this guy on multiple occasions, but I'm going to talk about Daniel Priestley here. Daniel Priestley has really blown up over the past year. He's appeared in Diary the CEO a number of times, Ali Abdaal's podcast, and probably you look at him now, he's always one of the top rated ones. And the reason why is what he speaks about works. I've bought the books. I've actually met him in person. I met him in Dubai last year when I was at a mastermind. And one, he's a genuinely great guy, but also what he talks about, there's proof behind it. And all the systems he's talking about, whether it's the 7-11-4 method, whether it's a key person of influence, and whether it's his book on wait lists, he's actually put the systems in place to help people, and he's put it all out there. These systems have been tried and tested, and that's why he continues to grow every year. So if you're looking to learn how to build systems, whether it's your personal brand or whether it's your business or both, Daniel Priestley I think is one of the best people you can listen to and watch. So really highly recommend him. So the third concept is substance over bullshit, and I think example of this here is Alex Hormozi. So Alex Hormozi is a guy you've probably seen on, again, Modern Wisdom podcast, lots of different podcasts, and he is the business guy. If you listen to him talk, the gym and business are his two he loves in life. But one of the reasons why I really like him is he doesn't release things again that doesn't work. So if you're listening to what he's talking about, these are all things he's tried and tested, and he's actually tested in public. Let's look at his most recent book, the 100 Million Money Models book. How did he actually market this book? He used the models from that book, and what did he manage to do? Sell over $100 million worth of it. So online, everyone knows this. You see a lot of people who talk crap. There's nothing behind it. They're just doing it to hear themselves speak, fluff their own egos, whatever way you want to describe it. But there's a number of people who have actually walked the walk and actually done it. So when they're talking, you know that there's truth behind it. That's why this concept's titled Substance Over Bullshit. People like Alex Hormozi, they've literally done this in public. When you're actually learning online and you're seeing people like this here, like Alex Hormozi, actually go and beat the $100 million mark he talks about in the book, you know there's substance behind there. So what's the takeaway here? What's the 3 lessons you can really learn? One is position over chasing. You're looking at the likes of James Smith, Chris Williamson. Systems over motivation. You're not always going to be motivated, but if you've got the systems in there and you've got them working, that's how you can get ahead. Best example for that there for me is Daniel Priestley. And then the last one is substance over bullshit. And I think the perfect example of this is Alex Hormozi. So really, the internet is a great place. YouTube is spectacular. You can see and learn from some of the very best in the world. Doesn't mean you have to be the best yourself. Maybe you're just wanting to build a lifestyle business. Maybe it's just a small side hustle. But one of the things you can learn from these people here is the practices they put in place. You can learn from the best so you can be the best version of you. I hope you've really enjoyed that there. That's how I've learned from what I think are some of the best people online. There's a lot more people I watch and follow. It'd be great if you have any good people you follow. Feel free to drop the comments below why you think they're so good, what they're really good at. And it'd be great if you could give the channel a follow. We're looking to grow this here. And if you're looking to work with someone either in property or e-commerce, one-on-one base, a one-off call or anything like that there, feel free to drop me a message on my social media and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. But until next time, really appreciate you watching. Cheers. Bye.